I think that owning this property and building this home goes far deeper than this. So I'd love to hear kind of like your top 3 things that has impacted about being here for the past years that's impacted you and your family. So what would you say those kind of top 3 things are?
Oh, definitely with being able to raise a family and feel secure and have freedom of being able to be outside and enjoy, our animals. Also being able to raise the horses that we've raised from colts up into their 20s, having them their whole life cycle.
Yeah.
And just being able to build a really strong relationship with my husband. We built this home together, and nothing makes you stronger than working together.
Right. I think that's amazing. So do you think that with raising your kids out here, what has that kind of created? Because now they're adults. I mean, they're young adults, but how is that kind of impacted by living out here on this property? How has that helped them?
I would say they definitely have a different view in life and what's important. They are capable of taking care of themselves, knowing that working the land is important, being able to plant their own gardens to, feed themselves when they need to. My daughter just recently moved away and is engaged, and she was able to take her animals with her horses and her dog. And as a young preteen or pre-adult, I didn't have to worry about whether they were being taken care of properly. They've learned their whole life how to be responsible with their animals and put their animals first.
Mm-hmm. I think that's incredibly important. So that was really kind of one of your motivators too, is that you wanted to have this family, you wanted to raise them a certain way, and that was probably one of your motivators to find acreage in this area.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
It's nice because it's not too far from the city, but it's far enough that it's peaceful out here and enough property to be able to do, anything from gardening to walk out our back door and, have our horses out there where we can compete and prepare for the seasons that we have, and being able to sustain them and ourselves.
Do you feel that it's created kind of a unity between you and your family, you and your kids, because you've been so interdependent upon each other to kind of take care of it all?
Absolutely.
We're a very tight-knit family. We definitely, when the kids turned 18, weren't kicking them out of the nest. We really enjoy them as people and who they've grown up to be. And I think a big part of that is them learning how to just be responsible and not take life for granted, and know that they can function by themselves if needed be.
Yeah, and I think that's a great life lesson, is that teaching them that we're all part of the circle of life, so to speak. So they got to see every part of that. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, and I hope you enjoyed hearing that story, because it isn't just a home and acreage, it's how it impacts you and your family and what you're looking for.